Life is complex. Join us for the simple gifts of wisdom, love, and delight in the written word. Ode on the Spring by Thomas Gray. Lo, where the rosy-bosomed hours fair Venus' train appear, disclose the long-expecting flowers, and wake the purple year. The Attic warbler pours her throat, responsive to the cuckoo's note, the untaught harmony of spring. While whispering pleasures as they fly, cool zephyrs through the clear blue sky their gathered fragrance fling. Where'er the oak's thick branches stretch a broader, browner shade, where'er the rude and moss-grown beech or canopies the glade, beside some water's rushy brink, with me the muse shall sit, and think, at ease reclined in rustic state, how vain the ardor of the crowd, how low, how little are the proud, how indigent the great. Still is the toiling hand of care, the panting herds repose. Yet hark, how through the peopled air the busy murmur glows. The insect youth are on the wing, eager to taste the honeyed spring, and float amid the liquid noon. Some lightly o'er the current skim, some show their gaily gilded trim, quick glancing to the sun. To contemplation's sober eye, such is the race of man. And they that creep, and they that fly, shall end where they began. Alike the busy and the gay but flutter through life's little day, in fortune's varying colors dressed. Brushed by the hand of rough mischance, or chilled by age, their airy dance they leave in dust to rest. Methinks I hear in accents low the sportive kind reply, "Poor moralist, and what art thou? A solitary fly. Thy joys no glittering female meets, no hive hast thou of hoarded sweets, no painted plumage to display. On hasty wings thy youth is flown, thy sun is set, thy spring is gone. We frolic while 'tis May." Today, by Billy Collins. If ever there were a spring day so perfect, so uplifted by a warm, intermittent breeze that it made you want to throw open all the windows in the house and unlatch the door to the canary's cage, indeed, rip the little door from its jamb. A day when the cool brick paths in the garden bursting with peonies seemed so etched in sunlight that you felt like taking a hammer to the glass paperweight on the living room end table, releasing the inhabitants from their snow-covered cottage so they could walk out, holding hands and squinting, into this larger dome of blue and white. Well, today is just that kind of day. 'Tis the gift to be simple. 'Tis the gift to be free. 'Tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, we will not be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning, we come round right. Life is complex. Join us for the simple gifts of wisdom, love, and delight in the written word. Lines written in early spring by William Wordsworth. I heard 1,000 blended notes while in a grove I sat reclined, in that sweet mood when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. To her fair works did nature link the human soul that through me ran, and much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man. Through primrose tufts in that green bower the periwinkle trailed its wreaths, and 'tis my faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. The birds around me hopped and played, their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air. And I must think, do all I can, that there was pleasure there. If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I not reason to lament what man has made of man? Song. Calm was the even and clear was the sky, by John Dryden. Calm was the even and clear was the sky, and the new budding flowers did spring, when all alone went Amyntas and I to hear the sweet nightingale sing. I sate, and he laid him down by me, but scarcely his breath he could draw, for when with a fear he began to draw near, he was dashed with a ha 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 ha. He blushed to himself, and lay still for a while, and his modesty curbed his desire. But straight I convinced all his fear with a smile, which added new flames to his fire. "O Sylvia," said he, "you are cruel, to keep your poor lover in awe." Then once more he pressed with his hand to my breast, but was dashed with a ha 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 ha. I knew 'twas his passion that caused all his fear, and therefore I pitied his case. I whispered him softly, "There's nobody near," and laid my cheek close to his face. But as he grew bolder and bolder, a shepherd came by us and saw, and just as our bliss we began with a kiss, he laughed out with a ha 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 ha. 'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where we ought to be, and when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, we will not be ashamed. To turn, turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning, we come round right. Life is complex. Join us for the simple gifts of wisdom, love, and delight in the written word. Daisy Time by Marjorie Pickthall. See, the grass is full of stars, fallen in their brightness. Hearts they have of shining gold, rays of shining whiteness. Buttercups have honeyed hearts, bees they love the clover. But I love the daisy's dance all the meadow over. Blow, oh blow, you happy winds, singing summer's praises, up the field and down the field, a-dancing with the daisies. To Daffodils by Robert Herrick. Fair daffodils, we weep to see you haste away so soon. As yet the early rising sun has not attained his noon. Stay, stay, until the hasting day has run but to the even song, and, having prayed together, we will go with you along. We have short time to stay, as you. We have as short a spring, as quick a growth to meet decay, as you or anything. We die, as your hours do, and dry away, like to the summer's rain, or as the pearls of morning dew, ne'er to be found again. 'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where we ought to be, and when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, we will not be ashamed. To turn, turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning, we come round right. Life is complex. Join us for the simple gifts of wisdom, love, and delight in the written word. After the Winter by Claude McKay. Someday, when trees have shed their leaves and against the morning white, The shivering birds beneath the eaves have sheltered for the night. We'll turn our faces southward, love, toward the summer isle, where bamboos spire the shafted grove and wide-mouthed orchids smile. And we will seek the quiet hill where towers the cotton tree, and leaps the laughing crystal rill, and works the droning bee. And we will build a cottage there beside an open glade, with black-ribbed bluebells blowing near, and ferns that never fade. Spring, by Gerard Manley Hopkins. Nothing is so beautiful as spring, when weeds in wheels shoot long and lovely and lush. Thrush's eggs look little low heavens, and thrush through the echoing timber does so rinse and ring the ear, it strikes like lightnings to hear him sing. The glassy pear tree leaves and blooms, they brush the descending blue. That blue is all in a rush with richness. The racing lambs too have their fair fling. What is all this juice and all this joy? A strain of the earth's sweet being in the beginning in Eden garden. Have, get, before it cloy, before it cloud, Christ, Lord, and sour with sinning. Innocent mind and Mayday in girl and boy. Most, O maid's child, thy choice, and worthy the winning. Feuerzauber, by Untermeyer. I never knew the earth had so much gold. The fields run over with it, and this hill, hoary and old, is young with buoyant blooms that flame and thrill. Such golden fires, such yellow. Lo, how good this spendthrift world, and what a lavish God, this fringe of wood, blazing with buttercup and goldenrod. You too, beloved, are changed. Again I see your face grow mystical, as on that night you turned to me, and all the trembling world and you were white. Aye, you are touched. Your singing lips grow dumb. The fields absorb you, color you entire, and you become a goddess standing in a world of fire. 'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where we ought to be, and when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, we will not be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning, we come round right.